Very good morning, all the students of 7th standard. In the previous video, we have completed the third lesson of our civics. So, means we can say that our civics syllabus of first terms that we have completed, and some exercise questions are there below the civics textbook. In the After the end of the lessons, that exercise questions you have to complete, and after completing that exercise questions you send me a photo of your answers. Now today what we'll do, we'll see toward the geographies. From so many days we haven't seen the geography, and geography is also last lesson is remain from the first term, that fifth lessons, that is wind. This lesson is remain for our first terms syllabus there. Once we complete these lessons, then what will be there, our geography syllabus, it will be complete there, it will be finished. Now 1 minute. No, we have seen third three lessons we have seen. Fourth one lessons we'll see of the geography is there. Fourth one lesson is going on of the geographies, air pressures. This one is going on. Okay, air pressures, lesson number 4, page number 16. Now, have you tried the activity that shows air has a weight there? Air has a weight. This activity there, have you tried that? Yes, obviously air has a weight there. What the balloon is there, in that balloon also if you put the air, then it will be weight there. And given the page, on the page number 16 there, how the balloons they are going, light candles, they are going into the sky. That geographical explanations about it. During the activity, you saw that the balanced tripped on the side of the full blown balloon. This shows that the air has a weight there. So when the balloon is tired, means fully with blown properly with air, it has a weight. We can understand through this activity there. This experiment mostly we have seen there during the time of Diwali also there. Anything that has a weight, anything that has a weight exerts pressures on the things that lies below it. Whatever the thing is there, and if that whatever the things is there, each and any things that lie, they have the weight there, and they exert their weight or the pressures to the things which lies below to it. Okay, so it has a pressure. The air in the atmosphere exerts the pressures on the surface of the earth. So the air is there on the atmosphere, that air exerts the pressures there on the earth. Due to this air pressures, various phenomena like storms, precipitations, etc. occur in atmospheres. That storm also occur because of the pressure there. So occur in the atmospheres, there are various variations in air pressures. Our air pressure is also not the same. There is variation is there, differences is there into the air pressures. Air pressure is not uniform on all places on the earth surface there. So air pressure is not uniform, air pressure is not the same on all places on the earth surface there is a variation is there. And the air pressures, that air pressure is not same everywhere. Some in some region of the area air pressure is more, in some of the region of the area air pressure is less. Air pressure keeps on changing from time to time, and the air pressure, what is the air pressure, we have that our air pressure, it keeps on changing from time to time, it changes continuously. The altitude of that regions, temperature of the airs, and amount of water vapors in the air are some factors influencing the air pressures. So the factor which influence the air pressures in that altitude of that region there, height of that region or the area, temperature of that regions and the area there, amount of water vapors in that regions or the area, how much proportion of the amount of water vapors are there. So these factors are mostly, they important, or they influence the air pressure in that region or the area. Next point, altitude of the regions and the air pressures, height of that region and the relation of height of the regions and the air pressures. The air proportions of the dust in the air, in how much quantity or the proportion dust is there in that air. If you see that a dust particle, if you want to see, then if sunbeam is coming in our room or through the window, so we have to see in that sunbeam light there, so you can see clearly dust particles, they are moving into the air there. So the proportion of dust particles in the air, water vapors, moisture is also there in that air, water vapors there, heavy gases are there, they are is higher in the air closer to the surface of the earth, and the area which is closest to the surface of the earth, in that region or the area, most moisture is there, most different gases are there, and the dust particles are there. This proportion decreases with the increasing altitude, and when we go on a height there, when the height is increased at the time, but while increasing height, there's while in increasing altitude, the pressures, I mean these things also they reduce from the air, that dust particles, moistures there, or the gases there. So proportion decreases with increasing altitude. As one moves higher and higher from the surface of the earth, the air becomes thinner and thinner. When we go on high on the earth surface, from the earth surface there, at that time air pressures or the what will be there, air becomes it thinner and thinner. So only when we go on the mm, height there, their air oxygen is less into the air there, so air pressure or air becomes thinner and thinner. As a result, the air pressure decreases with increasing altitude. So when height increase, while with the increasing altitude, air pressure also start to be decrease in that region. More that much air pressure is not there in that region while increasing height there, and temperature is also cold in that region, so the area. So air temperature and the air pressures. Now the next point, that is air temperature and the air pressures. Take a flying lantern there. Lantern mostly we see during the time of Diwali there. Flying lantern should be there. Tie an approximately 5-meter long threads to the flying lantern, so that you can bring the lantern down whenever required there. So we have to tie one thread to the lantern there. Means why we need to be tied there, or whenever we want to bring that lantern downside, at that time we can bring, so we have to tie one thread to the lantern there. After carefully reading the instructions given on the package of the lantern, open it and light the candles placed in it. So read out the instructions carefully, and after reading out the careful instructions on the lantern, that light the candles and place the lanterns in it. Observe what will happen there. We have to observe that. So after some time, it brings the lanterns downside with the help of the thread and put off the candle there. So afterward, we bring it downside and we put off the candle this. Okay, so today we'll stop here. When we come tomorrow, then tomorrow we'll see the next point. Thank you.